What's going on, my trainer club? Today we are going to check out the top counters to help you beat Heatran in Pokemon Go. So welcome to the trainer club. Here we go. Welcome back, everybody. Let me know in the comments below, how do you feel about the Heatran, because it is coming back and the shiny is out too, which I am so super hyped. I absolutely love doing the raid hours with the ability to check shinies. It really makes a different level of excitement for me, and I get to provide a next level of vlog quality for you guys when we do those excellent throws, and we try to get the shinies as well. Super fun. So let me know in the comments below, what are you thinking? Before we get into this, real quick message. thetrainerclub.com, we have a 48-hour flash sale on my hoodies. This is only going to be available for 48 hours and then they are going to disappear forever. We had an opportunity to bring it back for a little bit, so they are going to be printing. It is a pre-order, but it's a very limited time, so they're going to be printing and shipping out very, very soon. So go to thetrainerclub.com, no www, and you can get one of my camo hoodies right now. So get on over there. Let's get back to the video. So here we go. We have Heatran coming back to raids. January 7th, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern, lined up in the time zone for you all the way until February 4th. So we have just about a month to get after Heatran. It is definitely a Pokemon that you want to get after because it has a few weaknesses, even though it is double weak to something, and it has a bunch of resistances, which is going to be pretty good, especially with the rocket out right now. So now we are going to get into everything we need to know, including the 100% IVs, the best counters, and then how does the weather affect the Heatran in Pokemon Go. So let's do it right now. It is going to be a fire and steel type Pokemon, which does open up a double weakness to ground Pokemon. So I think you can guess what our top counters are going to be, but we definitely have to make sure that we have the best counters lined up that we possibly can. And it is also going to be single weakness to water and fighting. It is going to have a double resistance to bug, poison, grass, fairy, ice, and steel, and a single resistance to dragon, flying, normal, and psychic. So man, oh man, are those resistances looking pretty good. Does it look like something that you may be able to use to resist when you are fighting the Go Rocket Grunts and executive leaders, including Giovanni? Because the key to those matchups are not necessarily being type effective. It may be more effective for you to be defense oriented and be able to survive a lot more attacks than it is to deliver more damage, as we do in these raid battles. And we are going to be raiding against the Heatran, so we want to know how many players do we actually need. With a pretty good sized party filled up with the ground, since it's going to be double weak to ground, we are able to duo it semi-easily, as long as your ground Pokemon are powered pretty up. It doesn't really matter about the trainer level, it matters about your Pokemon level. They have to be pretty powered up there, I would say in the 35 level range. And if you have 3 players with the similar counters, maybe a little bit less, as far as the level of the Pokemon, you can definitely go ahead and beat it with that. So ideal recommended would be start with 4. And if you're really powerful in what you do, you have a pretty beast ground party set up, this would be something that you can definitely duo. I can't wait to see you guys do that. We'll get into it more. But onto the 100% IVs, we are going to be level 20, no weather boost, 21, 45, and then boosted in 2 conditions. We could be in the sun or the snow, which is kind of beneficial because some of us are experiencing sun, as we are right now, and some of us are experiencing the cold and the snow, which I will be experiencing at some point in the near future, at the 2681. So those are the 2 100% IVs to look out for. So now let's get into the top counters. I think you might be able to guess what the #1 best counter overall is, but the top 4 are going to be pretty impactful because guess what they're going to be? All ground type attackers. So #1, we have Groudon, which is going to be Mudshot Earthquake combination, and this is going to make up our #1 counter, so make sure to use your Groudons effectively if you have them. We have used Groudon and we've had him out for quite a bit of time. So if you've maybe been saving on 100% Groudon and you've kind of been like, maybe should I do it, should I not do it? Maybe now would be a great time to start utilizing some of your ground counters. Which brings us to our counter #2, which is actually going to be Rhyperior. Rhyperior is going to be Mud Slap Earthquake combination for this beastly, tanky, pretty semi-decently powerful attacker. And then coming in 3 is going to be the Garchomp with the Mudshot Earthquake combination. However, I'm still a little bit undecided. I know they released the Shiny Gibble in the eggs and the wild, but I still have hope for Community Day, so I am not going to evolve my 100% lucky Gible right now, because I am waiting for Community Day just until they confirm that there is not one, because Gible Shiny is incredibly rare. I don't really know why they would release the Shiny. I haven't really touched too much on this. It doesn't make too much sense, but I'm holding out hope that we can get an Earth Power Garchomp on a Gible Community Day coming in the near future, because if it doesn't, what are the chances that we get this Gible, right? Like, it has to at some point, in my opinion, unless they plan on releasing it at one of the Go Fests and making it like a Gible Go Fest so that we can actually obtain it, because it is incredibly rare. Which brings us to our counter number 4, which is going to be Excadrill with Mud Slap and Drill Run combination. I do like this one in particular only because it's not a 1-bar charge move. It's able to get off more charge moves. The one downfall to the Earthquake is that it's a 1-bar charge move, but you cannot deny the power of these ground type attackers. And since Earthquake got a little bit of a buff, it is definitely going to be the premier Pokemon to use right now. Next, we are going to have a Rhydon, which if you don't have a Sinnoh Stone, you wouldn't be able to get it to a Rhyperior, which would be the better option. But if you so happen to have a Rhydon and you cannot get it to a Rhyperior, Rhydon is going to be it with the Mudslap Earthquake combination. And then coming in next, we have a new Gen 5 Pokemon, which is going to be Golurk with the Mudslap Earth Power combination. I really like the Earth Power. Like I said, I really hope at some point we get a Garchomp with the Earth Power combination. However, right now it's going to be Golurk at the number 6 spot. Coming in number 7, we have the Golem with the Mudslap Earthquake, followed closely by the Donphan with the Mudslap Earthquake. Then next we have Swampert with the Mudshot Earthquake combination. I would not TM away the Hydro Cannon if you do have it. And then next we have the Flygon with the Mudshot Earth Power combination that came from Community Day. And then we have the Mamoswine with the Mud Slap Bulldoze combination, followed by the Gastrodon, which is going to be the eastern one, which is going to be the blue Shellos, which is going to have Mud Slap Earth Power. And then we have the red Shellos, which is going to be the Gastrodon in the western hemisphere, which is going to be Mud Slap Earth Power. And then we have the Hippowdon, which is going to be Thunderfang and the Earth Power combination as well. And now we are going to first and foremost finally move away from the ground. But look at this. The Kyogre is going to be all the way down here in the first non-ground attacker, but all the other ground attackers, since it's going to be double weak to ground, are going to be that much more superior than the Kyogre, which is definitely a more superior Pokemon overall. So for this particular Pokemon, the moveset combination being at double weak to the ground is really going to be the bulk of the counters. But if you so desire to move away from the double ground, we can now have the Kyogre with the Waterfall Surf combination. And then we have the Lucario with the Counter Aura Sphere. And then we have the Kingler with the Mudshot Crabhammer combination. And then Regigigas with Hidden Power Ground and Focus Blast. And then we have the Machamp with the Counter Dynamic Punch combination, followed by the Nidoking with Fairy Cutter and Earth Power. And then we have the Sandslash with the Mudshot Earth Power combination, followed closely by the Feraligatr with the Waterfall Hydro Cannon combination. So if you guys want to continue onwards, you can definitely pause it here and check out some of the other counters. But notice, these are way going down on the list, guys. It's definitely going to be more towards the ground counters. I've given you quite a bit of ground counters if you don't have any of the legendaries powered up or the pseudo legendaries, or if you're saving the Gibles like I am, you could definitely reach to some of the other ones. So that's going to be the bulk of the counters, focus on the ground at the top. So now we're going to check out what is the moveset combination that Heatran can get in Pokemon Go. So as far as the quick moves, it's going to get Fire Spin as well as Bug Bite. And as far as charge moves, it can get Fire Blast, it can get Iron Head, and it also can get Stone Edge. And let's not forget that Heatran recently got Flamethrower, which did get a buff, so it's actually going to be its most powerful moveset, which we are going to check out in the Best of the Best series to see if it is actually going to be worth powering up and everything like that, which is coming out in 2 days, so stay tuned to that. As far as the quick moves, the Fire Spin is going to deal a decent amount of damage. However, Bug Bite is going to generate energy quicker. So with the Bug Bite, it's going to generate the specials a little bit faster. However, if you're using the ground counters, as we talked about, that are the most powerful, none of these movesets are going to do any additional damage to any of them. And actually, Rock is going to be resisted by the ground. So there's nothing really to worry about if you are focusing on those counters. And moving into the weather conditions, how do these weather conditions affect battling against the Heatran in Pokemon Go? As far as the sunny weather, it's going to boost the Heatran all the way into the level 25. It's going to boost our ground counter. So this sunny weather is going to be optimal to take down Heatran. It is going to absolutely destroy this Pokemon with the weather boost. And as far as the pro attacker, it's going to boost the Fire Spin and the Fire Blast combination. So it's definitely going to do a little bit more damage, but since we're getting boosted in our ground type attackers, we are going to be maximizing here. As far as the windy weather, we're going to have no boost, but as far as the partly cloudy weather, they are going to get a boost to the Stone Edge for the Heatran special move. As far as the cloudy weather, it's going to boost in our favor the fighting counters if you guys so decide to use those. And then in the snowy weather, we're going to get a boost to Heatran all the way to level 25, and then Iron Head is going to get a boost as well if it has Iron Head in that time. Next, we have the rainy weather, which is going to put a boost on all of our water type attackers. I would probably not prefer to use the water attackers under any boosted conditions because the ground is still double effective. And there's going to be no effect in the foggy weather. Optimally speaking, fighting Heatran in the sunny weather with ground counters is the easiest case scenario. Not only do you get to catch it weather boosted, but you also have the boost in the ground type of counters. So that's going to do it for everything we have to know about Heatran. So make sure to get out there, do as many as you possibly can. This is definitely a worthwhile Pokemon based on the maximum amount of resistances, including double resistances, and it's only going to be weak to a couple things. Get out there, look for those 100% IVs. Have your party set up, which is going to be all ground type attackers as our #1 regardless of the conditions, and try to fight it as much as possible in the sunny weather because that's going to be when it happens, and take advantage of the dinner hour raids at Pokemon Go. So that's going to do it, guys. I appreciate you guys for being here. All my likers, commenters, subscribers, and Patreon members for taking their subscriptions to the next level. I'm going to see you out on the next video. Peace! I just want to take a moment and sincerely thank all of my Patreon members, everybody that has taken their subscription to the next level and chosen to support me on this platform. I greatly appreciate you guys. As a growing channel and really trying to grow and improve as much as I possibly can, I really appreciate the extra support. You guys mean the absolute world to me. I cannot wait to connect with you soon, and I appreciate you guys all for being a part of the Trainer Club. I will see you guys out on the next video.